The correct answer eludes so many scientist dudes. It's Rhyme and Reason 912.
Here's your rhyme and reason. Oh yeah.
Hey there, Tony here. You know what? I saw a very silly question this morning, and I'm sure you've seen one like it at least once or twice. It said, mass extinction. What happened 65 million years ago? Well, of course, the correct answer is nothing, right? You know that. And of course, another correct answer could be, well, ask God. He was the only one around. But nothing on Earth happened 65 million years ago because Earth didn't exist then. And the evidence for that is overwhelming to anyone who is willing to look at it with humility. Yep, humility. Okay, let's take, for example, the Ford Galaxy. I still remember my mom and stepdad buying a brand new 64 Ford Galaxy station wagon, bright red and a real nice ride for a family. Oh, hang on, wait a second. I meant to talk about actual Galaxies, sorry, not a car. Yeesh, I get off on these tangents. It's so weird how, your brain can just take you a whole different direction when you didn't even know you were going to go there. Anyway, ain't it cool how galaxies frequently appear connected or aligned with other galaxies or quasars that have vastly different redshifts? Isn't that cool? Yeah, many is the time my friends and I have sat around the campfire and sung songs about that. I mean, it's just so cool. And according to Dr. Walt Brown, who is a PhD from MIT, and that's some good letters to have behind your name or in front of it. According to him, those kinds of connections happen too often for all examples to be coincidences. That's what he said. Those things happen too often. Those redshifts happen too often for all the examples to be coincidences. Dr. Brown also added that if redshifts imply velocities, which is most likely, these galaxies and quasars have not been moving apart for very long. If redshifts do not imply velocities, many astronomical conclusions are in error. And that's quoting Dr. Brown. Did I mention he's a PhD from MIT? People who like those letters behind their name or in front of their name. There you go. He has some pretty impressive letters. So he sounds like a guy who would have a good handle on what the correct answer is. And I mean the correct answer for the age of the universe and our beautiful little blue planet. Yep, Dr. Brown has shared tons of evidence for a young Earth and universe. But what does this all mean? And why should we care? That makes me think of a song. I'll be right back.
Fast forward to the scene by the ocean. You're shattered and fatigued with emotion. Fast forward to a time of reflection. Then you can use your hindsight direction to help avoid that angst and depression. Fast forward to your dreamland expression. Can you just imagine? I can imagine it all now. How it all might be. Oh, it's gonna be. If we end up dying, that could happen. And find out that we live. I know I'm gonna. Can't you hear the question? Lots and lots of questions. How could we not see? I should've listened, man. Where's the one in charge? Where's the main man? Oh, and how much do I give? I could donate to your cause. Fast forward to the scene by the ocean. You're shattered and fatigued with emotion. Fast forward to a time of reflection. Then you can use your hindsight direction to help avoid that angst and depression. Fast forward to your dreamland expression in all of all creation. This is pretty complex. And how it all could be. But I think we can figure it out. Fairy tale illusions. See, once upon a time, increase with every year. A very long time ago. The wrinkled plans expand. All this stuff, it compressed. Exponentially. It expanded. Until one day, perhaps. And kaboom, man. A duck becomes a deer. Yeah, right. Fast forward to the scene by the ocean. You're shattered and fatigued with emotion. Fast forward to a time of reflection. Then you can use your hindsight by the ocean. You're shattered and fatigued with emotion. Fast forward to a time of reflection. Then you can use your hindsight direction to help avoid that angst and depression. Fast forward to your dreamland expression. Fast forward by the ocean. Seen by the ocean. You're shattered and emotion. You're shattered and fatigued with emotion. Fast forward to a time of reflection. Then use your hindsight direction to help avoid that angst and depression. Fast forward to your dreamland expression. Fast forward by the ocean. Seen by the ocean. You're shattered and fatigued with emotion. Fast forward to a time of reflection. Then you can use your hindsight direction to help avoid that angst and depression. Fast forward to your dreamland expression. Fast forward to the scene by the ocean. You're shattered and fatigued with emotion. Fast forward to a time of reflection. Then you can use your hindsight direction to help avoid that angst and depression. Fast forward to your dreamland expression.
So, like the song said, what does this all mean, and why should we care? Well, that we didn't come from slime and there's a God out there. Yeah, that's why it matters. The age of the earth matters. Because the whole millions or billions of years ideology is responsible for hopelessness and horror. It's a worldview whose believers want you to believe you're a result of random mutations and that you'll eventually expire and crash into eternal nothingness. Sounds so good, doesn't it? I want to believe in that. Yeah, give me another slice of that. But a young earth worldview gives you the correct answer. That there's a loving creator who made you in his image and likeness. And that's an ideology based on the actual evidence. Plus, it has the benefit of being filled with hope of eternal life in paradise. Yeah, so I don't actually want a slice of that eternal nothingness. Give me what's behind the door that contains the eternal life part. That's what I want. And speaking of doors, you should jump on the Rhyme and Reason bandwagon. Go over to TonyFunderburk.com and get what's behind that email door. Because when you leave your email, you will get some complimentary stuff from me right to you almost right away. It depends on how fast you are on the draw. Okay, that does it for this episode of the Rhyme and Reason podcast. Thanks as always for tuning in. And as always, remember, life has rhyme and reason because God made you.